Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a comparisons video between the Peripera Ink Velvet and the Peripera Airy Ink Velvet. I thought I would make this video because when I started looking into these products, I didn't know what the major differences are. So hopefully this video is going to help you decide which one is for you and which one is for you to just let go. So if you want to know my thoughts on these babies, then keep on watching and I will see you in the next clip. Alright, before that, I'm just going to put them on my lips first as a gradient and as a full-on type of lip product so you guys know how they look like on me. So by the way, the shades that I have right here are, for the Ink Velvet, I have it in this shade Celeb Deep Rose or number 6. And then for the Airy Ink, I have it in the shade number 5 or Elf Light Rose. So, unahin muna natin si Elf Light Rose. So, this is how it looks like, the Airy Ink in number 5. And this is how the wand or the applicator looks like. There. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit so that you guys can see how it looks like on my lips better. Full on as a lipstick. Alright guys, so let's get into comparing these babies. Packaging first. Right off the bat, you can see that the Ink Velvet one has an opaque packaging, so you can't really see how much product you still have left. For the Airy Ink naman, it's see-through, so you get an idea as to how much product you still have left. So for this area, I think I like this one better just because at least, diba, I have an idea as to how much product I can still use for the next few months. Alright, so next one is application. Let's go into the Ink Velvet first. The Ink Velvet, I will give it to you straight up. I don't like how this applies. It's very messy, it's very thick, and it just gets in my teeth no matter how I apply it. Even if I apply it ng sobrang maingat, it still gets in my teeth like crazy and I have to wipe it off constantly. Application wise, this is a no-go for me. The Airy Ink is so much easier to apply than the Ink Velvet, so in this area, once again, this one wins. I forgot to mention, oh my gosh, this review is already getting out of hand. Packaging, alright, I forgot to mention by the way that the Airy Ink has a thicker wand. This is the Airy Ink. It has a thicker wand compared to the Ink Velvet. So for that matter, once again, Airy Ink wins. It covers majority of your lips like in one swipe because it has a thicker wand. It just gets everything else done in less time rather than the Ink Velvet where you have to really be all detailed and meticulous about it. No go for me. Yes, go for me. I like the Airy Ink better in terms of packaging, in terms of application. Let's go to the texture. So the texture of the Ink Velvet, you guys, it's very creamy, mousse-like. It has a mousse-like finish and it also has a very thick consistency. It's like when you melt a lipstick. That's exactly what it feels like on my lips. It's very heavy as well, but it kind of tones down towards the end of the day. But the thing is, upon application, you can definitely feel that there's some sort of lip product on your lips. It's not as dry as a liquid matte lipstick, which is just about the only thing I like about it, but then you can definitely, you know, feel it. And once again, it's very messy, so I don't like this. So for the Airy ink naman, on the one hand, the texture is pretty much the same as the ink velvet. It's just a toned down version of the ink velvet. Everything is just toned down. Like, it is mousse-like, but it's not as mousse-like as the ink velvet. It has a creamy texture, but it is not as creamy. And it, by the way, it glides on smoother on my lips. Even if I don't prime my lips by means of exfoliating or doing all of that stuff, I can still get away with the Airy ink, but with the ink velvet I cannot, because this just accentuates dry and chapped lips like a bad boy. I don't like this one in terms of texture. I like this one better because I feel like I can get away with this even if I have dry lips. So this one I like in terms of texture. So at this point, I guess, guys, you can already see who's winning. What's next? Okay, longevity, which is the last one as well. Because the price point, I'm not going to include the price point because where I bought this from, they have the same price naman, so I'm not going to include that anymore because they have the same price point. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that in terms of longevity, the Paris ink velvet wins big time, because even after eating, I can still see that it leaves quite a stain on my lips. But the stain that it leaves, you guys, is so much different from how it looks like when I first applied it. The color that shows up, the natural pigmentation of my lips, plus this one. So it's so far from that orangey, corally, pinkish red kind of color when I first applied this, but it still is nice because I like the fact that it looks natural on my lips. Like, it just, like someone just kissed you so hard that it leaves a stain on your lips, something like that. This one, however, is not as long lasting, so I have to reapply quite often. I would say 3 times a day, the max. Yun na yung max, which is fine for me. I really don't mind that I have to reapply with this one often because it doesn't dry out my lips mad like this one does. So, alright, to wrap it all up, I prefer the Airy ink. The Airy ink wins for me. Actually, I just ordered it in another color, which is the number 8. Glimpse Brick Brown, I think, so I'm excited to get my hands on that. But this one, I really like it because it's so much easier to apply. It's not as messy as the ink velvet, and it's so comfortable on the lips. It's for everyday wear talaga. And the ink velvet is also good if you don't like reapplying too often, and if you like your lip tints to have a bit of color going on. The only downside, you guys, is that it's very messy to apply, this one. Alright, so before I end this video, I want to include another con that goes both for this Airy ink and the ink velvet. They both smell bad. I swear, guys, I'm not even kidding. This one smells like a car freshener, which is too fragrance, by the way, because not all car fresheners are bad. And this one, I can't pinpoint which brand, but it smells like a soap. So I'm just wondering, like, is it really, I mean, it's normal, diba, for like lipstick brands to carry a bit of scent to it, pero it doesn't have to be heavily fragranced in a way that it can drive your customers crazy, because this one, both of them, they drive me nuts. They make me nauseous whenever I apply them. Thankfully, you guys, the scent goes away after 3 to 5 minutes. Pero I have to wait 3 to 5 minutes pa, diba? If they can just be non-fragranced, these two would be perfect. So hopefully they make it non-fragrance, because I find that it's unnecessary for lip products to be heavily fragranced. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope it helped you decide which one to get. Should you go for the ink velvet? Should you go for the Airy ink velvet? If you have any requests, any questions regarding this matter, even if it's not regarding this matter, just leave them down on the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!